News 15 Storm Team Meteorologist Scot Pilie.
Here in Vermilion Parish on Longview Drive, northeast of Abbeville, this has become an everyday occurrence during a heavy rainfall. From a tropical depression to a Category 4, borderline Category 5 system in just 72 hours. Severe thunderstorms making their way into Acadiana this evening. Unfortunately, we've already had several confirmed reports of tornadoes. Several structures with concrete reinforced walls have been reportedly knocked down. That's evidence of a very strong tornado. I'm going to move this scope back over the Turkey Creek community. So right here, south of Turkey Creek, that's where we've got that very tight couplet of rotation. Hunker down, get into the lowest level of your home, away from all the windows, cover up your head. One thing my co-anchor Adam and I are always good at when we come to festivals is finding the free food. And you know what we've got here this evening? Apparently it's spicy. We're about to give it a taste here for you.
Give it a shot.
All right. There's no graceful way to do this.
That's good.
That's perfection. Trick-or-treating time, not looking too bad. Things get interesting after dark. This is 3 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. We've got a squall line. This mass that you're seeing here is pretty scary, to say the least. This is an ant pile that is floating in the water. We've got some special guests here with us. Of course, we've got Danielle Grossman, Grace Lim, and myself, but more importantly, we have two of the lead members of the War and Treaty. I mean, it doesn't get much nicer than this. Good people, great atmosphere around the area, even better food. If you look this way, look at the amount of boats that they have all the way down the bayou. We are tracking our 5th named storm of the season. This system, thankfully, is way out in the tropical Atlantic. Here's the only system of concern to the Gulf of Mexico at this point. Invest 95L looking pretty impressive this evening. We call this a fog bow, not something we see very often here in Acadiana. This happens very similar, meteorologically speaking, to a rainbow.
And now, News 15 Storm Team Meteorologist Scot Pilie.
Happy Halloween, everyone. Thankfully, trick-or-treating across the area primarily stayed dry. Man, do we have some big changes, though, this evening. A strong storm system is heading our way, giving us the highest probability of severe storms dating back to this past April and possibly even before then. Here's the setup. We've got a warm front this evening that is lifting northward through Acadiana. That is unfortunately going to set the stage and allow for the environment to become more unstable tonight. It's also going to introduce a little bit more spin in the atmosphere, meaning that we have a tornado risk tonight that is being monitored by the Storm Prediction Center, and tornado watches are now flying for a large chunk of Acadiana. Here's the past 8 to 12 hours, and notice this intense squall line of storms lighting up the amount of watches and warnings across western Louisiana, and near a half dozen of confirmed now tornado reports in southeastern Texas. We do have an active warning on the far northern fringes of Allen Parish. This did include the community of Oakdale. Now that has been trimmed back. This goes until about 10:30 in the evening. So for about another 15 minutes or so for northern Allen Parish, severe thunderstorm warning with gusty winds up to 60 miles per hour possible. Elsewhere across Acadiana, we do have some spotty showers passing through Crowley, Iota, and pushing towards Eunice at the moment. All of these are just kind of that nuisance drizzle to light rainfall. No severe weather at the moment, but things are going to get much more active in the coming hours. Thus, the Storm Prediction Center has now placed all the parishes here shaded in yellow within a tornado watch until 4 o'clock in the morning. That means Lafayette, Opelousas, Vermilion, Acadia, Evangeline, and on westward, all of those parishes are included within a tornado watch. A warning means that the severe weather is imminent or occurring, so have a way to receive warnings tonight. Here's the updated Storm Prediction Center outlook for tonight. All of Acadiana is included within a level 3 and enhanced risk for severe storms. That means damaging winds, tornadoes, large hail, and flash flooding will all be possible tonight. Timing things out, though, of course, we are kind of nearing the time frame for when these cells are going to be moving our way. 10 p.m., we've already seen some cells in Allen Parish, but more of that widespread activity from midnight until about 5 o'clock in the morning. And then this entire complex of storms is going to be booking it towards the east. So 2 to 3 inches of rainfall is likely, and we do have a higher than normal threat for both damaging winds and tornadoes. Can't forget, though, that there's also a large hail potential. Damaging winds and tornadoes, though, are on the higher end of the spectrum. Flash flooding, code orange for the time being. Here's our FutureCast model highlighting a pretty accurate depiction of what we've got going on real time. So I think this model is spot on. As I put this into motion, this is something we don't like to see. Notice these embedded supercellular storms that try to get firing ahead of the main squall line. Those cells that develop ahead of the main line will have to be watched for tornado development. So again, then the squall line rolls in between midnight and about 2 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be nasty, frequent lightning, gusty winds, small hail potential, and there could be some spin-up tornadoes. Have a way to receive warnings. Myself and Jordan Sandler will be here through the duration of the event tonight, so follow us on Facebook. The positive news is that once we get over this hurdle, gorgeous weather is going to be moving in. Look, tomorrow morning, we could even see some sunshine by Thursday afternoon, and drastically colder air is moving in for Thursday night, Friday night, and into Saturday. That's a look at your weather forecast. More news and sports is coming up. Stick with us.